It was the summer of 1764 in Gevaudan. A young shepherd girl was tending her flock near the dark Mercoeur forest, close to the town of Langogne, when something disturbed the stillness of the woods. From the trees emerged a creature that looked like a wolf, but not quite a wolf. It moved with unsettling boldness. By sheer luck, the bulls grazing nearby charged toward the animal and drove it off after a brief struggle. The girl survived that day, but what happened next would mark the beginning of one of the most chilling chapters in European history. Only weeks later, on June 30th, 1764, the first recorded fatality occurred. A 14-year-old girl was found near a village outside Langogne, and fear quickly spread across the countryside. Over the following months, more attacks were reported throughout Gevaudan. Many of the victims were young shepherds or women working alone in open fields. The pattern was consistent. Solitary individuals were targeted, often in daylight, and the creature vanished before help could arrive. By the end of 1764, dozens had been injured or killed. The frequency of the incidents and reports of sightings in different places at nearly the same time led to rumors that more than one animal might be involved. Descriptions of the beast were remarkably similar. Witnesses spoke of a large wolf-like animal with reddish-brown fur and a dark stripe running down its back. It was said to be unusually large. Some compared it to the size of a calf, with a broad chest, powerful legs, and a thick tail ending in a tuft. Its behavior seemed strange as well. It often ignored livestock and instead focused on isolated people. Some claimed its cry did not resemble the howl of a wolf at all, but something far more unfamiliar. Stories spread through taverns and churches, growing more dramatic with each retelling. Some insisted it could withstand gunfire. Others whispered that it moved with unnatural agility, leaping great distances and disappearing into dense forest as if guided by instinct beyond that of a common predator. Panic settled over Gevaudan. Armed patrols were organized, and villagers avoided traveling alone. On December 31st, 1764, the Bishop of Mende issued a pastoral letter urging prayer and repentance, describing the creature as a possible divine warning. The message was read aloud in churches across the region, reinforcing the belief that something supernatural might be at work. By early 1765, the story had reached the court of King Louis XV. At first skeptical, the monarchy soon felt the pressure as newspapers across France published sensational accounts. The king eventually offered a substantial reward for whoever could stop the attacks and dispatch soldiers to the region. Royal hunts began, and hundreds of wolves were killed. Yet the incidents continued. In January 1765, a group of children reportedly managed to fend off the creature while guarding livestock, an act that captured national attention and earned royal recognition. Still, the mystery endured. Captain Jean-Baptiste Duhamel led early hunting efforts, but struggled to coordinate large search parties across the vast terrain. He was later replaced by experienced wolf hunters, Jean-Charles Denneval and his son, who spent months tracking and eliminating large wolves without resolving the crisis. In June 1765, François Antoine, the king's chief arquebus bearer, arrived with renewed determination. On September 21st, during a large-scale hunt near the Abbey of Chazes, he shot and killed an enormous gray wolf. The animal measured far larger than typical European wolves. It was presented at Versailles as the infamous Beast of Gevaudan, and for a short time, the region experienced calm. But by December of that same year, new incidents were reported. The attacks had not fully stopped. Despite this, the royal court declined to reopen the matter officially. The people of Gevaudan were largely left to defend themselves. Through 1766 and into 1767, local hunts continued under regional nobles. Finally, on June 19, 1767, during a hunt on the slopes of Montmouchet, a local hunter named Jean Chastel shot and killed another large wolf-like animal. After this event, the attack ceased entirely. An examination of the animal described it as an unusually large wolf, though decomposition prevented a definitive scientific conclusion. Over time, legend embellished the story, suggesting silver bullets or sacred rituals, but official records describe a conventional hunt and a precise shot. The question of what the beast truly was remains open. Some historians believe it was a series of wolf attacks amplified by media sensationalism and widespread fear. Wolves were indeed responsible for numerous attacks in Europe during that era. Others suggest the possibility of a wolf-dog hybrid, supported by reports of unusual physical traits. More exotic theories propose escaped animals, such as a young lion or striped hyena, though no records confirm such an escape in France at the time. Conspiracy theories have even speculated about human involvement, but there is no solid historical evidence supporting those claims. Between 1764 and 1767, the Beast of Gevaudan was linked to roughly 100 fatal attacks, making it one of the most infamous predator cases in modern European history. Whether an extraordinary wolf, multiple animals, or a legend shaped by fear and media exaggeration, the story left a permanent mark. Today, the region, now part of Lozère, embraces its history. Museums, monuments, and even statues commemorate the events and the figures involved. The tale endures not simply because of the tragedy, but because of the mystery. Was it an unusually large predator, a combination of events amplified by hysteria, or something else entirely? More than 2 centuries later, the Beast of Gevaudan continues to stir curiosity. In the shadows of history, some questions remain unanswered, and perhaps that is exactly why the legend refuses to fade. So what do you think truly haunted Gevaudan? A wild predator, mass hysteria, or something history can't fully explain? Leave your theory in the comments, like the video if you enjoy real historical mysteries, and subscribe so you don't miss the next story waiting in the shadows.